Kynjia Dorsey. Kynjia is a senior this year in biotechnology, and then Erin Smith is a junior this year in biotechnology. And what I'd like for them to give just a brief snapshot for you is about your research that you are currently doing in biotechnology. So can you do a kind of an overview snapshot of what your individual research interest is right now?
Well, my research project was over onion extract on 2 strains of bacteria. And the way I found it out that onions could be an antibacterial is I subcultured to the E. coli and Staphylococcus on a plate, and I did aseptic, and I used two tools to spread the bacteria, and we had disc to put each section of is methanol onion and water, or distilled water and onion, and that's how I tested it. We put it in an incubator to make sure that all the bacteria can grow up, and make sure that we had enough to see if there was any inhibition growth on the zones. And the way I found my research plan is because my great-great-grandma, she was a slave, and they would always talk about home remedies. And I was thinking, well, maybe I should test one of my grandma's remedies, because we had a little scrapbook that my aunt has. Every time we get sick of an illness or something, my mom would call her, how do I do this to fix this illness, or how do we do this to do that? And that's what we always refer back to, and that's how I figured out my research plan.
Yeah, so I'm currently working on developing a novel telemedicine diagnostic tool for Parkinson's disease. So essentially, right now, Parkinson's disease is expected to more than double in several developing and remote areas across the world. And so not only will lack of early and accurate diagnostic methods further complicate the diagnosis and treatment of the disease, but also current diagnosis methods are really subjective, and they rely on cardiomotor symptoms such as resting tremor or bradykinesia that doesn't occur until late stages of the disease. So essentially, I've discovered and quantified a series of differences that occur in spontaneous and post-facial expressions, and then use those differences to create a diagnostic algorithm for Parkinson's.
Well, this is my 3rd year in biotech. My sophomore year is when I did intro to biotech. It was like learn how to do certain things, and then they'll build it into the Biotech 1. Biotech 1 is like do your labs, learn how to pipette, learn like a new job training. And then Biotech 2 is when we get in the grind. We do labs. We do our own lab, like our own how can I say this? Our own research project. So that's how my 3 years experience in biotech.
Yeah, and then I had an older sister that was part of the Biotechnology Signature Program. And so I started entering science fair competitions or research competitions in 4th grade. And then I met Miss Spot in 8th grade. And so I was kind of like the little sister that would watch at competitions. And then I started working with Miss Spot in 8th grade. I officially started the program in my sophomore year, and I'll continue it next year at the new center.
Well, my future goals is I wanted to be a CSI scientist in the law field, and I want to be, I don't know, I'm one of those weirdos who like working with blood and any human fluid. I would just love to sit there and work hours in a lab. That's why I took biotech, because job opportunities are like that.
Yeah, and biotechnology has been really formative in kind of my plans for the future, and biotechnology has really exposed me to the human side of biotechnology and medicine, and so and it also has really perpetuated my curiosity for learning and also just like exploring the world. So I'm not really sure what I want to go into, probably something along the intersections of machine learning, neuroscience, and psychology.
The signature program was really good for me. Like, I was a reckless kid. I wanted to goof around a lot, but Ms. Bott, she showed me a strong love, like work hard, do hard, everything you do, make sure you have a goal and finish it. And everybody in the class, they don't just like do like math class, they all walk away at the end of the bell. No, they sit there, they work with you, they help you out, you got a question. If they don't know, we all ask questions. Ms. Bott's not more of a teacher, more of like a boss. She's always there. She's gonna tell you when you're wrong, and she's gonna tell you when you're wrong, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think that just kind of like captures the essence of the Biotechnology Signature Program, and it's just like, It's just been such an amazing experience. Everybody in the class has just really grown so much, not only intellectually and academically, but also like the interactions we have in the classroom are really good. And I guess just to anybody who's deciding whether or not to do a signature program, I would definitely do it. Every day, it's kind of like we're like in the magic school bus in our classroom. And there's also not homework, but it's really amazing because everything you learn, without a doubt, I've learned more in that class than all my other classes combined. And it's just so amazing that it's like completely hands-on. It's tailored to your own interests, and it really just sets you up for any future you want. So, yeah.